Welcome back to the show, Everything Black. Today's show is about the truth about white America. This is a deep topic. This can go on forever. I'm going to try not to make it forever. But the main thing I want to get out is white America are serial liars. This secret society that I keep talking about is simply the majority of white America who pretend like racism doesn't exist. Pretend like they haven't benefited and don't continue to benefit from slavery and racism. What I want you to understand is white people know what's going on. They're the inventor of the word systemic racism. They invented this shit. You know what I'm saying? So they're aware of what they're doing. And they try to keep this narrative like, no, it's just a handful of people and it's just the government keeping us. But no, the government is not telling these stories to follow you around the stores. It's not telling you these Karens to call the police on you. It's not telling the cops to fucking kill a defenseless boy, black boy. That is their cowardly nature coming into play. That has nothing to do with the government. So this notion that America was the land of the free and where all races come together, it's all a lie. And it's ran on the stupidity of white America. I mean, look at the Trump supporters, bro. If you ask them what the policy is or what the policy is, they talk about building the wall, which he wasn't even successful at. And they still follow him. He's on the news channel looking like a fucking idiot. And they still supported him. I'm pretty sure some of them hopped off the bandwagon. Because he started to look like a total moron. I actually like the guy. I like him because he does have something about him that's real. Like, he does, you know what I'm saying? He made it quite clear that he has racist views. But that was just to get the average white American to vote for him. They are proud of their racist history. They are well aware what America is doing to black people. To this day, they're well aware that the cops are killing unarmed black men just because they're black. They are all aware of this. And it came to reality when I started my new job. I could have sworn Chino Hills and Ontario and Chino's was a cool area. But as soon as I got this job where I was my own boss and I didn't have a manager, some racist coward that pretending he likes me, I didn't have to deal with that no more. Now when I walk in these stores, these so-called decent people are showing their true colors. And they're racist as fuck. And the biggest surprise is how racist Mexicans are. And I don't know how they got us confused, but I don't know. Actually, I do. It was politics. It's always politics keeping this narrative, black and Latino neighborhood. It's always them keeping that narrative alive, bro. You don't never hear any Mexican politician talking about black and Latino, bro. You only hear black politicians talk about that, or white politicians. You ever notice that? I noticed. You need to check out some of my videos. It'll explain to you in detail about situations like that. But the black man has no friends in America, bro. It's all a narrative to keep you dumbed down, to keep you thinking that this stopping you from packing your shit up and going to Africa, bro. They are spending millions of dollars to keep these narratives going, these lies. They are trying their best for you to get your shit together, to stop you from getting your shit together, realizing this country's a shithole of a country, packing your shit and moving to Africa, bro. Which I'm convinced that's what that I need to be doing. They're keeping this shit alive, this narrative alive, so you don't leave. You keep thinking they want you to leave. No, they are nothing without the black community, bro. America is nothing without the black community. America loses half its fucking pride if you get rid of racism. Seriously. Like, there's a reason why racism is still going on to 2023, bro. They realize this is what makes America. They're aware that this is what turns America around, racism. It's pretty much what's bankrolling America, bro. So what they did was, since they made all this money off slavery and all this shit, and then they got big guns and weapons and shit, they went to other countries and spread their racism over there. Under the guidelines of, we're just trying to help, we're decent people. And then the next thing you know, they're just killing whole fucking countries off and shit. Yeah, white America. There's a reason why other countries hate America, bro. It ain't because they're white people. No, because they're fucking monsters, bro. So I understand, like, the police, these businesses, they're not hiring men. You feel me? They don't hire men. A man does what's right. He fights for what's right. And he will not allow any bullying going around. And that's what America does, is bully. You're literally saluting to a bunch of bullies when you do that star faggot banner. I understand this. What America's history is. They used to, and this is also Europe, France, and Britain. When they used to have their slaves, they used to find the leader of their tribe or whatever, and they used to rape them in front of the whole, what's the name? You can't just decide to rape a man one day if that's not already in you. So we know what that whole gay trait came from, bro. It came from these cowards, bro. Came from the white community. Yes, it did. I think Russia are humans. But Americans, all these other cowards, bro, I don't think they're human, bro. How can they? They don't have no remorse. And white America's so fucking stupid, they think Trump or DeSantis is going to stop the government from destroying their wealth. You think these cowards are going to stop the government and the LGBT movement on your kids? I don't know if you noticed, but they're trying hard to push it on Africa. They're not pushing it on the Saudis, which have the strongest anti-gay rights on the planet. But you're trying to force Africa to do it. Like, bro, white America needs to attach themselves to us so bad. They do not want us to leave, bro. They need us. They need to feed off our torment and our misery, bro. They can easily just leave us alone. They can easily just ship us all to Africa. They can easily do that. They got the stupid ass Americans believing that that's really what they want. No, they don't, you fucking morons. They need us, bro. I know you might not believe in this shit, but there are certain people in America, mainly white, I'm not saying they're all white, but in the 1% are just feeding off people's energy. I know that's a little hard for you guys to believe. I know you guys don't understand that, but it's true. There are real demons and shit like that. This is why this slavery is a giant negative energy that's not going anywhere. And the white man is predicated on that. Like they're going to make sure it doesn't disappear. These white people can leave. They didn't have to move in North Africa and claim it for their own. They just wanted to be near I'm telling you, bro. They will not leave us alone. If we all even in America, we had our own towns. They came to our towns and burned them down. Then came with this integration because they knew we were capable of rebuilding. And they knew we were probably going to be smart enough to leave America at that point. But no. So the monsters higher up, they ain't raised the rest of white America to be men. They raised them to be cowards, bro. Understand that. America doesn't raise men. Like I said, a man fights for what's right. They're not gonna go for any disrespect, no bullying of any kind of other person. As a man, this is something that you would not allow. And white America is not men. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure there are some good white men. Probably disenfranchised. But there are out there. But that 1,000 to 1,000,000, I'm sorry. All y'all gotta be placed in that category. That's a dangerous situation for any period. America's a dangerous place for a black man to be, period, bro. And they know this, bro. They know the history. They know the history. They know what they're doing. That white people are not stupid. They got the time to dive in their history way before the internet came out and the black woke movement was started. Because we got the history, we got the real history. So now a large majority of us knows that this whole country is ran by cowards is not going to stop. And they don't want us to leave. They just want us to be miserable. Eventually you will get that. But that was why they came up with integration, because after they tried to like free us and let us do our own thing, they couldn't leave us alone. And when they came up and burned down Black Wall Street and burned down our towns and businesses, they realized black people were probably going to pack up and leave their shit. That's why they came up with this integration, bro. These motherfuckers need us, bro. So understand that. So America doesn't raise men. They only raise cowards. That's why they're so quick to call the police on you, because they're not good with these. They're not. For you to be a man and never been in a fist fight, how can you call yourself a man? You think Trump or coward DeSantis ever been in a fist fight? They've been rich their whole life, bro. You think they ever had to be in a fist fight? But you can trust them to run a country. They're trying to get critical race theory. They're trying to wipe it off the planet. They don't even teach it in high school. Not only do you got to go to college to learn it, you got to pay for it and pick that course that's probably not transferable to nothing. That's not going to do nothing for your degree. So you literally have to come up with your own choice to learn this shit, bro. It's not taught in schools, but these cowards want to totally wipe it off the planet, because there are a group of decent white people springing up everywhere. And they want to be men. They don't want to just say they're men. They actually want to be men. So cowards like these, they're trying to get rid of their true history. And you see these white people in these meetings like, oh, we don't think our kids. But they don't give a fuck about the black kids. They're just worried about their kids. That's coward shit. Because a real man will not let any child just be disenfranchised and be bullied. A real man would not allow that. So these police officers and these politicians, they're not real men, bro. You get it? So you ever notice when you're in your job, like my last job I had, you realize these motherfuckers let these motherfuckers take their breaks away, saying that, oh no, well, you can't have your last break. Your last break after your 8 hour, when it's law. But you allow them to come in, and it doesn't matter that they have white employees. That's why white Americans are so fucking stupid. They think these people actually care. Like, Americans do what they do off the stupidity of white America. So, why are they trying to go to Africa and push the LGBT community? They're talking about human rights. The Saudi has the most strictest gay rights laws in the planet, but you want to enforce on Africa, dude. They're trying to keep themselves attached to us, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us to be free because we're gonna start showing what a real man does, and in the white America, white people can't have that. Period. Now I kind of get it. You don't want your race to fall. You don't want, but you didn't have to do it in a cowardly way though. and continue to do the cowardly way. Understand, since the Jim Crow laws that are coming back and Trump or Biden don't have nothing to say about it, when those laws were going on, I lost my train of thought on that one, but yeah. So when those laws were going on, what didn't nobody have nothing to say? Like ain't nobody's a real man where to step up. Oh, I think that's what I was saying. Like you don't want your race to fall because you're on top, but look how you got there, though, bro. Literally, white America is a mockery of God. Because anybody who say they're a God-fearing man and thinks it's okay for the police to kill unarmed black men, it's fucking evil, bro. And that's the majority of white America, bro. Why? Because they're not raising them to be men, bro. This is why racism will never die. Now, I know there are good white men out there. But for that 1,000 good white men to that 1,000,000 of cowards, I'm not going to bet my life on that 1,000 to stand up for me. Because out of that 1,000, maybe 20 was going to stand up for me. And the black community is cowards too. You raised us to be cowards. You know what I mean? We can't speak out on racial issues without being reversed on us and called us a racist for speaking out against racists. These coward tactics that America uses. But the main issue I want to get out here, America doesn't raise cowards. Raise men. They raise cowards. They don't hire police officers that stand up for what's right. They hire cowards. That's why they don't mind. That's why you see men punching women slamming women in the face. Like there's not a manly presence in these precincts to identify them as cowards. Because they're all cowards. Like, think about it. Let's just take race out of it. When you're in high school, you got your jocks, you got your nerds, you got your, comedians and shit. These jobs are hiring all the nerds. They're not hiring the jocks or the comedians. Why? Because for one, they don't need somebody who has the balls to stand up for what's right. They're hiring these cowards. And they're leaving it up to these cowards to keep racism alive, bro. This is probably why it's not going to last for too long. But we don't even need to be in this country unless you're cool with being a coward. Because you can't be a man in a country full of cowards, ran by cowards. These white people they'll fight for it. They'll go against anything black, but they are fighting against the government. But are they killing government officials? Like they're just killing unarmed black men for working a job? That's a coward. Because the only one that's affecting your life is the government. DeSantis lying to you like he's for you, but he's not stopping. He's not reversing the economy from falling. He's not reversing the dollar. He's not doing something to stop these banks from going under. He's not doing none of that. He's trying to stop critical race theory. He's doing everything to keep his racist, cowardly base happy. But they're just cowards because they're not doing anything with the government that's actually the one that's hurting them. They're not doing anything about the food that they're presenting in the grocery stores that's causing all these sickness and cancer. They're not doing about the lies and the COVID shot. They're not doing none of that. But they're putting their foot down if they see the black American trying to do something for themselves. Cowards, bro. And if you support this country, you're a coward. It's plain and simple. It's plain as day. I'm out, man. I can't even talk anymore.